All right, so today we are going to go over. Today we're going to go over the S&P 500. Um, it was a pretty good move that it made on August 30th of 2024. We're going to be reviewing that date. So let's go ahead and get right back into it. Or you know what? Before we do that, I don't have any follows, but go ahead and follow me. TikTok, Gas Options Trader. YouTube, Gas Options Trader. Now Instagram as well, Gas Options Trader. I'm trying to get a X as well, but we'll get there when we get there. So let's go ahead and lock it in today. As you guys know, I always say we start off with the 5-minute candle farthest to my left. I have the 15-minute candle dead center, and of course I slide my entries dead to the right. So let's go back to on demand. I'm going to start the time off from 9:55, and there's a reason I am. Just bear with me. Go lock it in. Just give me 1 second. Again, sometimes Thinkorswim do be messing up a little bit every now and then. Go back to it. 9:55. This is just a trade that I wish I would have caught, but I will tell you the trade that I actually took. After it started doing this little stupid, funny, glitchy thing, as you can tell, my computer does look like it might need some savings. So if somebody want to send me a free laptop, I would love it. I would consider it a great, humble gift. We can be new best friends. All right, here we go. So time 9:55. Perfect. Let's go ahead and watch. The thing is, what I want to do is actually teach you guys how to trade just as well, not just be arrogant. Sorry, maybe I got this time wrong. Let's go here. 10:55. That's when the trade hit. If you watch S&P closely right now, I've seen it's been doing a lot of consolidating for a full day, but you are able to make a lot of day trades during this full day as well. But it's been a lot of consolidation. So look at the price where it opens and closes. It seems to go up and then push back down, then push right back up at the end, or it'll close back down and do the pre-market. It'll go back up and start up right at that same consolidation area that it's been, I don't know, about 5 to 7 days or something of that nature. But here we go. Let's go ahead and move this over here. Nice little sweet spot. If you want me to do a tutorial on how to make this work better for you, I can definitely do that, guys. Not today, but tomorrow when I come on, it's going to be a Discord link. You'll be able to join at the bottom. Free charts, day trades, patterns, stuff along that nature. Just go ahead and join the Discord. I'll teach you everything that you need to know that I paid for a lot of people to teach me. It's really expensive, but it's okay. So if anybody know what a head and shoulders pattern is, it's right here on my 5-minute. Both shoulder, the head, and I know the neck shoulder is kind of but I still would consider it a shoulder. Head and shoulders pattern usually tells you it's going to be a reversal. Reversal means whatever general direction is going, it's going to go the other direction. If you see where trend was heading on a 5-minute time frame, it was heading up, down, then back up, down, down. So this green one was the last version of up. Confirmation that it was going to go down is that the 8 EMA has been crossed, and it was pushing down towards my 200 MA as well. So it was a perfect head and shoulders. On the 15, it's been a constant downtrend, even though it's been very wicky, still a downtrend. Only 30 minutes of uptrend and 45 minutes, almost an hour of downtrend. So trend was definitely on the downside. Head and shoulders, the pattern's going to be a reversal. Up, it should go down. So let's run this. I do apologize if it's looking a little shaky on Thinkorswim. Sometimes it does do that with my computer. Like I said, I know I need to be working with a little bit something a little bit better. And the reason why I do these reviews, it can definitely help you guys, but it also helps me as well. It tells me what I could have went in, did a little bit better. And if you want to do trading, you have to take this part as serious just as much. You want to write down the tickets you traded, why you traded. You want to know the reasons that for sure why you jumped into a trade. On the 5-minute, I see a green touch. Even though it's wicky, that wick would have been my signal to get in. I will get into the trade here, which is perfect on a green point touch on this end. And look what happens. Nothing but profit. Wanted to take out the new lows. The new lows that I was considering were here, which it took out those lows. And if you were patient, still in the current downtrend, right here I would take a trim as it wigged back up. If you don't know what trimming means, again, one more time for anybody who's new to the channel, trimming just means that when you do have a position, say if you have 1 or 2 contracts, you at least take a contract off, so you do guarantee yourself in the money, regardless if it makes a 10%, 20%, 5% move, something of that nature, depending on the size of your account. But you would trim your position to make sure that you won some money. And it's something that you've noticed, even though, let me notice it on this one, it's easier for you to see. Those already been taken out. They wicked up to the 8 EMA, but haven't been able to push. The screen tried to push back, it didn't break it, got pushed down. Tried to push back, it got pushed down, the screen got pushed up. So even though it just shows buyers, or this is an area of support, I'm sorry, but the area of support is not a good area of support. So this tells you that it's still in the current downtrend. It's just that some people are letting off some liquidity at this area, which makes sense. It did just make a big, huge move. So first area, this is the first area of a liquidity sweep. You're gonna wait till it drop down, probably again, and then when it makes that second drop, I will make the second trim, and I would probably go ahead and call it. But again, let's just be a little bit patient. I know we do see this green, but what I would like to show you again. Some people be like, that's a dip buy. It would have been a crazy 10%, 15%, just depends on how you caught it. As you see, all this crazy green volume coming in right here, so a lot of buyers, but it will not push. A lot of people will see green, well, I'm in the money, you can sell. Great, sell, get your money. I will never tell anybody to not get their bag whatsoever, because I remember feeling those same feelings. I call it trader's fear, which it'll take a very long time to get over. It took me, I don't know, 8-9 months. So that's a serious thing. So if you can beat that, it will make it a little bit more easier, but of course you will still need to understand your trading patterns and everything as well. But what I want you guys to notice, even though it did sweep this area of liquidity, which was crazy right here, and I know it's pushing back up, show you what I'm looking for, my confirmations. I'm looking for where this will close. If this closed above this high halfway point, I would go ahead and consider exiting the trade because it's pushing back up past this liquidity area right here. Bam, there we go. The area of liquidity. But if it would, again, halfway point, which my halfway point I would say is 560 area, 560, what? 560, 68. So somewhere among this, if it touches here, I would get out the trade. But if not, I would hold on maybe for a little bit. Looks like it's going to pass that 8 EMA on the longer side. Remember, this was an excellent trade to get into, though. Very easy. It only hit the 8 EMA. It did not push past. This would get me worried a little bit. But this is why I would say you shouldn't be in a rush to let this trade go. Downtrend. Now, the head and shoulders started completed at the 50 mark, but it started around somewhere around here. If you were smart enough, you would do what? Remember, this is a liquidity area, which price did go back around. As you see, I circled it so low. Price is still currently in a downtrend. If you had good risk management, I would say wait until it hits maybe this line, which is the 560.94 line. But again, you be in profit, but you'd be probably close back to break even. Again, that's a little bit more risk management, but let's see how it plays out. Give it about 5 more minutes. I mean, the trade call outs are there. This big area of liquidity, I will be looking for a fair value gap to form. My trading is a little bit different. I might use a little bit of ICT mixed with ORB, but that's a personal preference. Some things that I learned along the way. Obviously, you can get in with me. That choice is up to you. Like I said, tomorrow I will be starting doing my Discord. This is a slow process, but the process is here, and I am continuing on this road. If you want to know how long I've been trading, it's been coming on about close to a year now. But actually trading real money, it's definitely been like a couple months. Am I successful? Yes. Have I lost money? Yes. Still doesn't want to pass that AMA. Wicked a little bit past it, but don't want to pass it, does it? So let's see. 11:06. Let's give it a couple more minutes. Low green volume. I want you to think what you would be feeling as you press that buy the axe, or buy market. That feeling that you're gonna feel when you're in the trade. Like, is it up? Is it down? Is it up? Is it down? It's gonna be there. It's gonna be in your heart. You're gonna feel it. It's gonna be the level of anxiety. Now, some people can deal with it easier, and some people can't. The choice is up to you. The next low I want to let you know that I'm looking for, though, is here. I'm looking for a 559 based on that lane. 559.34. That will be when I'm ready to actually leave the trade. And I do know I hit a 559.50. I wish I was recording this, because as you can see my setup, you can see the price that you catch stuff on. This easily, I caught the puts at like 15 cents. I seen them hit like $2.20 some cents. That's crazy. It's a crazy move. Consolidating between 560 and 560.25. 560 what? Now remember theta and delta, two things that determine options time. This is what I would be afraid of at this time. Time going against me, even though I did choose the right area to get this out of this trade. Sure, I would be up a couple bucks, but it probably wouldn't be too much. With time being against me, now I would say 11:20 max. If nothing happens between that time, I gotta get out. Speed this up. I also have another rule as well. If I draw the line and nothing happens normally by the time that hits the line, I'll normally go ahead and exit the trade as well. Whatever rules you set for yourself, please stick to them. Don't be that guy who has $10,000 in his account and then lose it all because you didn't follow simple trading rules. Risk management, of course, is one of the most important things, but of course, knowing how to trade is just as important. Remember, I was looking for a 559.35 sweep because of this candle. Uh, Only if the next candle is below it would I stay in, and it looks like I am correct. Now, I'm not always right, guys. I won't say it, but right now I think I have like a 62% ratio, I believe. Obviously, I'm trying to get that a little bit higher. It's crazy how it curled right on where my line would have been. But my rule still applies, 1120. Look like red's about to take over too. Mass consolidation area looks nasty. First time me going live on Instagram too. I know I need to fix the ratio where it's probably seeing my face. Sorry guys, you have to turn your phone for this one. It's gonna look a lot better. But again, get in with me. $11.17, and there it goes. And it did not touch the line. Very close to it. And let's see if I get my 3-5 ratio. That mass red, mass green to cover it. Always watch your volume indicators, but always wait until the candle closes. It gives you more higher probability setups. Let's see. The last liquidity sweep was right here. Downtrend is still valid. 11.20 is right now. I don't think it's swim is global. Just froze on me for like 10 seconds. I do apologize. That's probably because I'm streaming from the same platform. Out of the trade. Out of the trade. Just hit TP. Go and pause that. By the way, if you had time to get out too, as you sailed that screen on the way back up, you had time to get out. When it's going down, I know a lot of people are going to tell you to sell the bid, which is a great strategy. I would never tell you not to do anything that works for you. Personally, I try to sell the market when I normally get out. But I would say that's like a 50-50 chance. Just depends on how good I feel the trade is going. If I feel it's going to go way above my expectations, then for sure I'm just going to sell the bid and be done with it. When I get in, I buy the ask because that's just the right thing to do. The reason I wanted to show you guys that it was the perfect head and shoulders pattern, but the amount of time it took for it to work out and to time the entry when you were supposed to get in. I didn't even notice the pattern until here. It was forming 10:45. I did get in a trade. I'm going to tell you why. Because I already took a trade before that. And again, small account. I have a rule. My rule right now is one trade a day. Keeps the pain away. Because what you don't want to do is revenge trade. Now, I'm not going to say that I don't do more than one trade. Because if I get a trade right, then I'm probably going to take a second trade that day, just to be honest with you. But if that first trade is not the best one, 7 times out of 10, because I'm not always perfect, no, I'm not taking another one. Now, I could teach you all these patterns. Like I said, this was a simple head and shoulders. One of the most common you see is a bull flag pattern, bearish flag pattern. There's so many patterns that you can use to trade. There's ICT trading, but that stands for I can't trade, or at least most people will tell you that. I'm not against IC traders, by the way, because you just heard me say that I use fair value gaps as a way for me to enter trades or to validate if a continuation of a trade is happening. So, not knocking them whatsoever. Now let's get back to current times. This is what happened on Friday. The actual trades I traded was calls. I took them on the way up, but I was definitely was right. Simple 5-minute play here. There's a 5-minute play. Here's the rule. In the first 5 minutes of the trade, if the candle closes above the first 5 minutes highs, you can go ahead and push up for the high. Easy trade, simple. Smacked it in, smack dab. If you could have caught it on the low end down here, by 60.99, and on the high end up here, 562, almost 2. Ooh, close though. Oh man, look at that perfect balance. 560, 285, 61. Yeah, probably easy 10%. Not too much, but something. I'll show you how I caught this, the actual entry that I did. Just remember, this over 15 minutes, so this will have to be done by 9:45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, it already took out the highs, the high of the first candle. Easy. You think it's gonna happen? You see green value, red. You see the red only bounce. A green confirmation. Got in. Boom. Let it run. I mean, like I said, it's not a long play. Got out. Simple, easy. And as you can look on the lives before, and you can see the other trades I took as well. You can always lock in with me. Like I said, it's your boy Gat. I'm just trying to get y'all all the smoke. And let's see what's fire. Let's see what's coming up. I'm going to maximize my 15 minutes. Cool. See what Spot been doing over the last couple days. Y'all don't like that? Y'all like when I talk like that? I'm just kidding. I want y'all guys to understand how I am in my accent. Funny, St. Louis slang and all of that. So liquidity sweeps did happen down here. Let's see. Look like the highs is right here. It did took the high. So the all-time highs Spot's now 564.2. It did happen at the very last end of the day. Would have been nice if you caught a dip around 12:45. Probably, actually, Theta and Delta wouldn't have been good. Probably would have been best if you caught about 2:45. Been a nice little closeout day for me. Couldn't even imagine that move. 5. Oof, that's sweet. But anyway, let's see. Like I said, what I've been noticing is this. Now, I do know this weekend the S&P made new all-time highs again, and I know it just made new all-time highs not too long ago, recently, sometime last week. So it does look like, even though people were saying we're in a recession, or if they're saying the economy going down, I want to let you guys know this. That is a blunt force lie, okay? It's not true. Our economy is actually doing very well. Now, as far as us, the way our money it's being taxed and all of that. I don't want to go into that. This is not a politic channel. I have my own feelings about that. Trump 2024. Just want to put it out there. Um, but this is what I do believe based on this chart. As the liquidity sweep happened here, a liquidity sweep happened here, and a liquidity sweep seemed to test here. But no matter what, when every time it happened at the end of the day, what happened? It'll get a little mini shoot up. A little mini shoot up. Sure, this ended right here, but a little mini shoot up. Liquidity sweep here. That was a big shoot up. And if you look through the pre-market, you can see it was kind of consolidating in this area. I personally, I think the S&P does need time to readjust. Just because I say puts doesn't mean I would tell you to buy puts. And this is where I would probably go ahead and consider to buy them. And I would tell you where I consider to buy calls as well. Remember, it's not about guessing the market. It's just about doing what the market tells you. So there's an area right here, fair value gap, fair liquidity, they all knocked on this top number. I will be looking for a dip buy. I'm not a huge dip buyer, but a 562 dip buyer if I was going to do it, because what you will see is there's a huge area to push back to. Dip buy to push back up 562, but remember that's only a $2 move, and do remember that the liquidity does kind of start around the 563.1 area when it jumps back up. Now, if I was going to buy puts, what I would wait on it to do is to come back here. Maybe hopefully I want the market to open, make a swirl. Start off at the 562, try to push up, but gets rejected right around this 562, 563 level to be pushed back down to push to a pretty sweet. So that would push back down into this nice area. 560. So 560, which is a $3 move. I would rather do that than the calls. But again, I'm going to do what the market tells me. It's simple. The best way to learn how to trade is to get in with me. And if you don't want to get in with me, just take the time. People say YouTube videos don't work. They only work until a certain point. Then after that, you're going to need help. The easiest way to get help is to learn from somebody else, just the way that I did. It's the easiest way. You're going to know some of the people I learned from. Again, I'm not here to put them on or their names. I'm just telling you who you can go for. I tried penny stocks again. That was with Timothy Sykes and Tim Boyne. You can try them. I want to let you know Tim Boyne actually gave me one of the biggest lessons by having me read this book, Understanding AMD, which made trading like so much easier for me. But it did. I was already kind of heading to options though while I was doing them. Then I went to Still's group, which is amazing. They call out option calls pretty quickly. If you want to make money pretty fast, I would say to maybe start off with them. Again, I'm not here to make any money, or I'm not actually promoting any of them whatsoever. But those are groups that are really good that I was a part of. And that's gonna be it today, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. Again, it's your boy Gas Options Trader, or you can call me Get. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Live trading.